Good morning, class. Standard 8, ST, Chapter Medieval India, the Mughal Empire, from 1526 AD to 1857 AD. Now, introductions. Who all are the Mughal leaders? You know that Red Fort, Taj Mahal, Qutub Minar, Jama Masjid in Delhi. These are all monuments who Mughal leaders have built. Even Agra Port. So many are there. So let me introductions. The Mughal Empire was established by Babur, who was connected with Timur and Mongols as well. Before Mughals, the last significant foreign dynasty to ascend the throne of India was the Lodi dynasty. Ibrahim Lodi's growing ambitions dissatisfied the nobles. As a result, Daulat Khan, one of the Ibrahim Lodi's nobles, invited Babur, the ruler of Kabul, and invaded India. He attacked India, Babur. Taking advantage of political confusions, Babur laid the foundation of Mughal rule in India, which ended in 1857. The sources of studies of Mughal Empire. Literary sources, that is Ain-i-Akbari. It is regarded as a precious sources material for knowing the administration and culture during reign of Akbar. It contains 5 books, each of which throws light on different aspect of the Akbar's region. The first book deals with the imperial household. The second book deals with the servants of the emperor, the military and civil services. The third book deals with the imperial administrations. The fourth book contains information about the Hindu philosophy, science, social customs, and literature. The next, Taj Mahal. It is situated in Agra on the banks of river Yamuna. It was built by Shah Jahan in memory of his beloved Queen Mumtaz Mahal. Ustad Isa was the architect who designed the monument. It was completed in about 22 years. A sum of 52.8 billion rupees was spent at today's cost. Its architectural features. It is constructed on a high plinth. The lower portion of the main building is square and plain. It is surrounded by domed roof in each corner. The bullhouse tomb in the center of the cupolas has appearance of inverted lotus. There were 4 smaller tombs at the 4 corners of the building. 4 minarets stand at each corner of the terrace. Jama Masjid is the biggest masjid in Delhi. It is situated in Delhi opposite Red Fort. It was built by Shah Jahan between 1650 and 1656. It is largest in India. It costed about rupees 10 lakh at that time. Architectural features. A pulpit raised platform from where the chief priest direct the prayers. It's made a single block of marble. There are 3 great tombs of white marble surmounted by golden species. Archaeological sources. Red Fort. Every August 15th, the Prime Minister of India will hoist the flag, the Red Fort. That is called Red Fort. It is situated in Delhi It was built by Shah Jahan. Its construction began in 1639 AD and was completed 1648 AD. It is built of red sandstone and marble. Architectural feature. It is in the shape of parallelogram. It has massive walls around it, at which there are two gateways. The western gateway, known as Lahori Gate, was used for ceremonial purpose, and other gateway for private uses. Within the fort, there are magnificent buildings including Diwan-e-Am, Diwan-ki-Khas, Moti Mahal, Sheesh Mahal, Rang Mahal. The Diwan-e-Khas is the lavishly ornamented hall where the peacock throne was placed. It was decorated with a pure white marbles and inlaid with precious stones. Now Akbar Ain-e-Akbari, the fifth book, contains the wise saying of Akbar. Akbarnama is also a significant historical work of Abdul Fazil, which throws light on Akbar's life and royal court. The arrangement of the compartment of the interior octagonal chambers connected with one another by diagonal passages is similar. Now, political history of the Mughal dynasty. The Mughal dynasty ruled most of northern India from the early 16th to mid 18th century. Rulers of the Mughal dynasty were as follows: Babur 1526 to 1530, Humayun 1530 to 1540, Sher Shah Suri 1542-1545, Islam Shah Suri 1545 to 1554, Humayun 1555-1556, Akbar 1556 to 1605, Jahangir 1605 to 1627, Shah Jahan 1627 to 1658, Aurangzeb 1658 to 1707, later Mughals 1707 to 1857. Now Babur. Who is the Babur? The Battle of Panipat is 1526 marked the beginning of the Mughal rule in India. It brought under Babur's control of the entire area up to Delhi and Agra. Babur was proclaimed Emperor of Delhi in 1527 at the Battle of Kanwa. Babur defeated Rajput chief Rana Sanga. In 1529, the Battle of Gagra, he finally defeated Afghans. The Battle of Gagra completed partial achievements of Panipat and Kanwa. With this victory, Babur became the master of Hindustan. During his short reign in India, Babur conquered the territory extending from Afghanistan to the border of Bengal, the territory from Himalayan foothills to the Vindhya excluding Malwa, Gujarat and Rajasthan. Next, Akbar. Akbar succeeded Humayun in 1556 and ruled under the guidance of Bairam Khan as he was just 13 years old. Soon after coming to the throne, he had to face the challenge of the Afghans. His victory in the Second Battle of Panipat in 1556 built a large empire. His main annexation were territories of Bundelkhand, Malwa and Gondwana. Rajput kingdoms of Gwalior, Ranthambore, and Kalinjar. Gujarat, Sindh, Balochistan, Kashmir, and Kabul, Bihar, and Bengal. His empire extended from Hindu Kush in the west to the river Brahmaputra in the east, and from the Himalayas in the north to river Godavari in the south, excluding Assam, Orissa, and the greater part of the Deccan and the far south. Now Aurangzeb. Aurangzeb succeeded throne after War of Successions, which broke out in 1657 because of Shah Jahan's illness. Aurangzeb extended Mughal Empire boundaries. In the southernmost of the annexing the kingdom of Bijapur and Golconda. In the east, annexing Assam territories, but in the northwest his campaign in Central Asia failed. He failed completely in the suppressing Jats, Sikhs, Marathas, and the Rajput. He failed to suppress Maratha kingdom in the Deccan under Shivaji. Aurangzeb became unpopular because his politics, which are as follows: destruction of Hindu temples and Sikh shrines, ban on Hindu festival, reimposition of the jizya tax on non-Muslims, imposition of higher tax on Hindu traders than the Muslims. Aurangzeb's policy led to the decline of the mighty Mughal Empire. It is unpopular because if we go to the north side in Mathura, in Uttar Pradesh, there is a temple, is the Devi temples. The Aurangzeb did it only that what are the stones built by the temple? That stones have been shifted to Delhi from Mathura to. The top is not there. Half of the way, the Aurangzeb removed the stone and went and built some other port. Likewise, now administration in the Mughal Empire. The administrative system of Mughal were partly designed on the pattern of Persian and Egyptian monarch and partly based on Indian traditions. The administrative system was mainly developed by Akbar, which was maintained by the Jahangir and Shah Jahan, with the changes in the working of Mansabadari system. Administration was composed the following: king, chief officers, Mansabdari system, land revenue system, and military systems. So military system, it was composed of one infantry, cavalry means horse. Now cavalry regiments in India, so only 162 cavalry regiment is there. That is the bodyguard of President of India. Cavalry regiments, they will mount on horse and bodyguard to the President of India. Still it is there in Delhi. Cavalry, third one artillery, navy, war elephants. Mughals defended upon the hereditary chiefs and the Mansabdars. The Mansabdar meant a rank. Mansabdars were classified into many categories ranging from 10 to 12,000. The Mansabdars kept their own horses and equipment. Elaborate rules were laid for branding of horses and maintenance of muster roll of horsemen. The Mansabdari system worked efficiently during the times of Akbar, but it began to deteriorate during the region of his successes. So these are the Mughal Empire's stories. For your examinations, I will remember Akbar, Humayun, Shah Jahan, Babur, and Ain-i-Akbari. These 5 things you have to remember for your examinations, as well as administration and military roles. Good morning, class. Stay safe, stay home.